Determine the desired rail placement and snap a chalk line onto the mounting surface to ensure all posts are aligned properly. Beneath all post locations, install at least two 2-inch by 8-inch blocks, using at least 3 number 10 by 3.5-inch deck screws, penetrating through the joist at least 1.5 inches through the blocks. Screws are sold separately. Plumb and level the post using leveling shims. Secure the posts in place with the appropriate fasteners, also sold separately. The corner post includes an insert used to guide the cables along the 90-degree turn. This must be inserted on the inside corner of the post before bracket installation. If using the included paper or plastic template, follow the written instructions for measurement and placement of brackets. For this application, we are using Bracket Pro. Place Bracket Pro tool onto the post, using the corresponding side of the template to match the post width. Ensure the bottom of the Bracket Pro meets the base plate of the post. Place top and bottom brackets into the tool. Top bracket should go into the corresponding height of the finished height of your top rail, 36 inches or 42 inches. Using a non-impact drill, drive the provided 1.5-inch screws into place to fasten the brackets into the post. Install base trim sections around post by inserting one fastener in each trim half. Snap these in place, concealing the post flange. Measure the distance between the inside of the post and subtract 1/2 inch from this distance. Cut the top beam and top rail to this length using a carbide tip blade of at least 60 teeth. Insert top beam inside the top rail and ensure the ends are aligned. Press top rail end covers onto the top rail and set in place on the brackets attached to the posts. Using the holes in the bracket as a guide, pre-drill 2 1/8-inch holes from under the bottom of the beam up through the top rail. Apply downward pressure on the top rail to keep it in place. Maintain downward pressure and drive 2 1 5/8-inch screws up through the holes, locking the bracket, beam, and top rail together, being careful not to drill through the top of the top rail. Attach support feet to mid-rail support using 4 number 10 by 1-inch self-drilling sheet metal screws. Align mid-rail support in the center of your cable span and pre-drill with a 1/8-inch drill bit. Attach mid-rail support to top rail by screwing through the top beam and top rail using 2 number 10 by 1 3/4-inch Phillips drive self-drilling screws. Check for plumb. Then attach base to deck surface using 2 number 10 by 1.5-inch screws. Repeat this for all level sections on the job before installing cable. Install the threaded stud in first. Feed the cable and stud through the end post. Insert the plastic stud bushing into the pre-drilled hole in the post. Slide the stainless steel washer onto the threaded stud and start the brass lock nut onto the threads as far as possible by hand. Pass bare end of cable through intermediate posts and through the end post where you will be installing the pull lock fitting. Note, lacing needles for corner, mid, and end posts are sold separately. These tools are recommended to simplify threading cables through all posts. For corner applications, we recommend pulling a maximum of 40 feet of cable through a maximum of 2 corners to achieve the proper tension. Slip the Delran washer over the body of the pull lock fitting. Rotate the pull lock fitting clockwise as you push it onto the cable. Push the pull lock fitting along the cable and firmly into the hole in your post. Pull on the cable with cable gripping pliers to create as much tension as possible as you seat the pull lock fitting into the hole. Return to the threaded stud in post. Insert a 1/8 inch hex wrench into broached opening on the tip of the stud. Tighten the lock nut with a 7/16 inch wrench while holding the hex wrench to prevent the stud from turning. Tension all cables to the desired amount in sequence, beginning with the center cables, moving up and down toward the top and bottom. As you tension each cable, give it a sharp pull downward mid-span to help set the wedges, then re-tension as necessary in the same sequence. Here is our recommended tensioning sequence. When all of the cables are tight, cut off any exposed thread as near to the lock nut as possible by using a cutoff wheel or hacksaw. Twist the cap over the lock nut. Return to the swageless terminal. Cut the cable flush with the hole in the back of the fitting using a cutoff wheel. Twist the cap into the lip of the pull lock fitting. Complete your installation by installing post caps.